What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, it's just so much fallout and so much backlash, man, coming towards Bam Adebayo for breaking Kobe Bryant's record. And I said from the beginning, I don't have a problem with people breaking records as long as it's legit, right? Like if you break a record and within the in the game and it's legit as far as like in the rhythm of the game and nobody is fouling or nobody is tanking, then that's cool. If a player is having an explosive night and the defense is throwing everything at you that they can, and that night you just unstoppable. Then I think that's legit. But I think a lot of people have issue with Bam Adebayo breaking this record because he shot a ton of free throws. His teammates started fouling people so he could break the record. Then on top of that, he did it against the Wizards, right? And a lot of people are saying right now that the Wizards are tanking, and I only think the Wizards have 20 wins this season, right? So that's what the pushback is for. But Bam Adebayo, he's one of my favorite players in the league. So I don't know. I think it's unfortunate that he's catching this pushback, this like backlash from what has happened. Also, a lot of Kobe fans, are going at him, and they were saying that Kobe wouldn't have done it this way. Kobe had an opportunity one time for the Lakers to break a scoring record, but he decided not to try and break it because like the team was up and he said they didn't need the points, right? So he said he'll get it another time. And that right there is commendable, and that's the way people want to see you break records, right? Like if your team needs you to go out there and put on a performance, one for the ages, then and you able to do that, then that's what fans want to see. They want to know that it's legit. They don't want to think that, like I said, one team is laying down, one team is stat padding. They don't want to see that. And so Rob Parker, he chimed in on this situation and he added some things that I thought, made sense too, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the audio from the Odd Couple, and then I'm going to come back and give some more of my input.
Last night we saw, please, it was not a record. Can people stop saying
now, that is what we will agree on.
Okay, it was not a record. Okay, stop. Oh, he broke Kobe's record. Kobe didn't have a record. Go look up Kobe's Wikipedia. In nowhere in his bio, right, on Wikipedia or his accolades do they mention him scoring 81 points. Do you know that?
I didn't know that, but I mean, that's not acting like we don't bring it up.
No, I'm just
the streets
no.
do.
But I'm talking about it's not a record.
Yes, it was not a record.
Stop saying
we're rolling around in his grave.
Go ahead, Rob G. Anyway.
Well, in case you guys missed it last night, Bam Adebayo broke the NBA all-time modern-day scoring record last night. We don't acknowledge 100 points that happened in 1912.
Would you?
Kobe Bryant had a
don't do that.
That is factual.
Don't do that.
Wow.
Don't be like these kids out here who are tweeting me going, I didn't see the video. I said,
they didn't make cameras back then.
Do you have the video from when the dinosaurs roamed the earth? Oh, there were no dinosaurs.
Well, no, you set yourself up for that one. That's like talking to Alex. That's like talking to Alex. Look at him.
Alex, let's go to the La Brea tar pits.
Oh,
when we
don't
get
do
off
that.
of
Those
here.
are fake, Rob.
I'll say this. If you didn't have that Kinko's evidence, we'd all wonder.
Okay.
That is a good point. And he still got that in fine condition.
Bam Adebayo dropped a career high 83 points last night in their win over the Wizards. Whether it was ethical or unethical, I'll let you guys decide. But here's the facts. 83 points, 20 of 43 from the field, 36 of 43 from the free throw line, 7 of 22 from deep. Stat line unlike anything we'd ever seen in NBA history. Not only did he become the first player to ever score at least 70 while shooting below 50% from the field, his free throw attempts and free throw makes are both new NBA records, and his 22 three-point attempts were the third most in NBA history. Long story short, Bam Adebayo, the silver medalist, 83 points, NBA history.
Let me ask this, right? So you heard the stats and you heard how Bam was able to get the 83 points. Do this remind you of like on those video games where like you could put in like a cheat code and it just makes the game easier? You know, I remember, I don't know what game my kids had. I think it was like a Sega Genesis. They had a basketball game where it was like a cheat code that you could do where, you know, every basket you shot from everywhere just went in, right? And it don't feel like the same way. Like if you scoring legitimately and you getting some pushback, that's one thing. But if you put in a cheat code, then you know, you just don't feel the same about it. So I'm wondering like how Bam feel about this record that they broke, you know, knowing what they had to do, what his teammates had to do, and how Washington laid down in order for him to you know, to get this record.
I got a name for him.
What is it?
Sham Adebayo. He's a sham. This is a fraud. This is Fugazi. Sham Adebayo. That is your new name. Are you kidding me? What we watched was the NBA being bastardized. I thought I was watching a Harlem Globetrotters game. The Washington Generals
Almost
were playing instead of the Washington Wizards. And shame on Eric Spoelstra to go along with this. This guy won an NBA championship, and he's conforming to this clownery? What in the world is going on in
And now, as far as Eric Spoelstra is concerned, I don't like. What is he post? What should he come out and publicly say? You know, the same thing that Rob Parkin is saying. You know that like that. He's showing loyalty back to his players the way his players show loyalty to him. So if he was to call it a sham publicly and say, you know, and condemn it publicly when he don't have to, then that would be, you know, that wouldn't be a good. I don't think that would be a wise move for you know, for the coach. Him and Pat Riley probably, you know, I mean, they just probably gonna go along with it. I don't know. That's just the state of, in my opinion, that's just the state of the NBA today. You know, my thing is, like, will the league put an asterisk next to this, considering, you know, the circumstances, or will they, you know, I don't know, like erase it from the record books? I don't know.
Miami? And Pat Riley sitting through this? If I didn't have this radio show right now, you know what I would do?
What'd you do?
I would drive downtown Los Angeles with a wet blanket, and I would throw it over his statue in front of Crypto.com Arena. Because that's what Pat Riley, who's been around the league since Moby Dick was a guppy, there's no way he could watch that and feel good about it. In fact, I couldn't even see any cutaways of Pat Riley last night. Did you? I didn't see it.
They did one.
Okay.
There's two. I'll tell you.
But the one you saw, he had his hands over his eyes because he couldn't believe what he was watching. What a sham. How do you even go home and make love to your girlfriend after that?
Okay, hold on.
It doesn't even feel good. Are you kidding?
And can you see Asia Wilson, right? Like, you know, getting a record like this. I think, you know, Asia Wilson, she put in hard work, like and like Bam do, but you know, you want some pushback when you know, trying to get these tight records. You want to get it in a situation where Bam really, with the score of the game, Bam really didn't need to be out there, you know, like in the fourth quarter and all that, you know. So that's why he getting so much pushback. Like I say, I like Bam Adebayo as a player, but he didn't really have to be out there.
Some athletic love.
Kelvin.
Yes.
I've been covering sports for a long time.
Hey, yo.
This is my 40th year of covering sports in the media. 40. You're 43 years old. I've been covering sports since you were 3 years old. And I've never seen
Stop it, right?
an event like this that was so prefabricated, so phony, such a $3 bill. that just stink to the high heaven. It was awful to watch. Everybody involved should be embarrassed. And you know what? This is Adam Silver's legacy rolled up in one. A team that can't wait to lose in the Washington Wizards, right? Or trying to lose. And then you're worried about canceling Magic City night, and you got this kind of basketball with a fraudulent number, and you let Sham
now he's Sham
push out Kobe's name when talking about the all-time great. It ain't Wilt and Kobe. It's now Wilt and Sham. That's the sham about it. That's the disgrace.
Man, if y'all don't stop it with this fake outrage, first of all, you call him Sham Adebayo. I'm calling him 80 Adebayo. Bam 80 Adebayo is out here doing something that, to me, we sat here. We're sitting here. Steve the second goes, wait, by the way, he gives us his update. 31 points in the first quarter for Bam, which automatically lets you know, oh, shoot, this might be one of those nights. This might be a magical night.
It could have been 66. You're right.
And so,
after 31, I agree with
and then
that.
it gets, what is it, 43, I believe, at halftime. Now you're starting to go, oh, this can be an insane night. Bam Adebayo is not known for jacking up shots. He's not known for being a ball hog. He's known for playing hard. He's known for playing the right way. He's known for playing a team guy. Everyone respects his game. So the idea that just for one night, Bam Adebayo was on, and Bam Adebayo had it going, and the team celebrated it.
He wasn't on when he got 43 free throws. If you were knocking down shots,
what
I'd
I'm saying
buy that.
Is, right, we sat literally. You sat there, I sat here, and we watched him have about 68 points that people want to call it legitimate or ethical. And at a certain point, they said, screw that. We're about to run for it, and we're about to go for it. And this is the other part. You know how many records? If a guy has the all-time record in threes is, I don't know, 13 in a game, and all of a sudden if somebody has 10, if Luka Doncic had 10 threes with 4 or 5 minutes left, you absolutely believe they're going to start feeding him the ball. They're going to start chasing the ball. I don't care if he's up 20. They're going to keep him in the game. Like, that happens all the time. If a guy's about to break a reception record, even if that team is up 10 with 1 minute left, they're going to throw him the ball 4 or 5 times so he can break the record. Like, that happens all the time.
That's true. That do happen all the time. But the thing is, like, and it goes for any sport that you play, you want to get it in the rhythm of the game and within the context of the game, so people will know that it's legit. Like, you're getting some pushback from the opposition. When a team is, it's even in boxing, like, you wouldn't feel right if your opponent took a dive, like you hit him, you grazed him on the shoulder, and then he act like you knocked him out. You wouldn't feel right about that. You wouldn't, you don't get that sense of accomplishment. You want to really get some pushback, and you want to earn every victory that you get. And so that's why I think that people are more so pushing back on Bam. I think a lot of people, Bam is well respected around the NBA, and a lot of, and most fans like and respect Bam, right? So, this right here is, I don't think it's going to destroy his legacy or nothing like that. But people are just going to be honest about the situation, and they're looking at it side-eyed, man, because of the circumstances. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'm going to check you all out in the next video. Peace.